What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to Double Trouble on this Thursday night. Appreciate you guys joining us. Got my red Solo Cup shirt on tonight. If you got yours in the mail, hope you did. It's awesome. Jeremy's got his on. Jeremy, what's going on? The beard's getting darker, Ryan Day. It's getting darker, bro.
It's getting there, bro. It's getting scraggly. I'm going to keep it going,
right.
though.
The Outpost says gamer tag is phrase contends if anyone wants to smoke when the game comes out. Mark says the Outpost is going to be running jet sweeps all day long, Jeremy. You excited for EA Sports College Football, Jeremy?
I mean, when I was a kid, I was. I don't have time to play video games, and if I did, I'd run a Hail Mary or triple crosses all day long.
You're ridiculous. Farouk, 2024 MVP. Hey, so let me say this. Sooner Surge members should start the month with like 4 or 5 trivia points just for being members. Ooh, I kind of like that.
I actually really like that.
We'll think about something, Mark. Hey, Jeremy.
And maybe a gift card to the trivia month winner.
Yeah, maybe we'll expand it.
We did do a shirt last month. Was it Dalpost that won the shirt?
I believe he won something. I think it was the Red Solo Cup shirt. Yeah, Mark's got that shirt too. Yep. Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the highest rated guy on the for OU on the EA Sports game?
Jackson Arnold. Jackson Arnold.
Over Stutzman?
Jackson Arnold.
Over Stutzman.
Jackson Arnold. What? Can you hear?
Why do you think he's going to be the highest rated?
He's the most talented.
Give me the top 4.
I don't know how they rank on video games, Jay. My guess would be Jackson Arnold, Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman, and I'll go with, I don't even know who else.
David
One
Stone?
of the guys.
David Stone?
What?
David Stone?
No, not on the game, I don't think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do rate him, though. I don't know. Farouk, Jeremy, where's he going to be? About 94?
What's the lowest you can get on a ranking? Like 65?
Oh, gosh. Really, dude? Really,
Not
Jeremy?
really. I'm just telling you what's he got. I mean,
Tatum will be high ranked, 5-star, probably be high ranks. I don't know how they come up with them. Honestly, I really don't. I'd love to know the science behind it. I would love to know how they figure it out.
Yeah, fumble factor 99.
Fumble factor 99. It's like that game we used to play, Jim. What was it? Played against Play Action Sports?
Play Action Football, dude.
That guy would fumble and it would roll around for 20, 30 minutes, dude.
That's because the graphics were atrocious. I agree.
Hey,
405 boys. I don't play video games like I used to. My sons do, but don't have time for it.
Yeah, but you'll probably play this game, won't you? If your son has it, could you walk into your son's room right now and beat him at Madden?
No.
No? Okay.
Probably not, Jay.
How about Fortnite, maybe?
No, I don't play Fortnite, dude. Maybe Pac-Man, all right?
Hope they have it on Xbox.
I haven't heard if they're going to have it on Xbox One.
I haven't heard how they're going to what boxes they're going to go on and everything. I don't know. Hunter may know. Electric football, dude. You guys are so harsh on Farouk. It's unbelievable. Stay tuned, Jimmy. Stay tuned. Hey,
Tecmo Bowl. I'll go play that right now.
What?
I'll go play that right now.
Tecmo Bowl? Oh, yeah.
But,
if you went and played it right now, it wouldn't be as good.
Hey, there it is.
Ron.
Moser wants out of Norman, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
If he loses at OSU, he may get his wish.
Yeah.
Rocket League, Mark. Rocket League's a big one.
Jay? What do you mean 405, boy? It just says Jay.
Yeah, calling you out, Jay.
Calling me out for what? Mutant League football.
Okay, first off, modern day.
Hey, that's fact. Fact.
I don't actually agree with that.
Here you go, Jeremy.
Sooner fan every night poses these questions.
That's a good question. I like it, Sooner fan.
Jay, who do you got in that? Not me.
Farouk and Trace Ford. I mean, on a deserted island.
Look, I promise you, I'm not
surviving. I promise you.
Hey,
here's the cat.
I'm not taking myself on that. Now, I will say, if
Ford.
I was able to get, I don't know. There's no way I'm surviving that. But why is that even being?
Probably whoever can swim better between Ford and Farouk wins that one because Jeremy can't swim, so he's not swimming.
You can't either, bud. You doggy paddle.
Yeah, I can. I've grown up. I've grown up and I can swim now. Okay,
guys, I'll bet $25, $100 right now. Jay, let's go. Let's do a live. Go to the local YMCA there in Bentonville. I guarantee you cannot tread water.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
How do you know? You haven't seen me swim in what, 20 years?
When did you learn how to tread water?
That was about 6-7 years ago.
How? How did you learn?
My wife taught me.
Oh, okay. I don't even care anymore. Like, you just lost right there. So
okay.
I win.
How do you?
Your wife taught you to tread water. Wow.
Have you been taught yet?
No, I doggy paddle.
Okay, so stop.
I'm too athletic. I sink to the bottom.
I can't float. Gary. Never have been able to float. I don't know how people float on their back or their belly, to be honest with you.
Sooner fan has elite questions tonight.
That's a good question.
Is it Sooner fan or Socrates? Like, this is unreal, Sooner fan. I don't even know who would be more likely to be here next year. I guess it's Farouk. He's never seemed to say he wants to leave.
Ron, that's true. Farouk and Ford won off that island with Jeremy. Jeremy may win just by yelling at him so much. They may not be able to survive it.
Chester, I agree with you, but the buyout's too much. I don't know that they want the buyout.
Hey, Jeremy has said some absolutely ridiculous statements lately. This one I'm going to stick as probably his most dumb statement he's ever said is he thinks Farouk's leaving in the spring. I don't get it. What?
Okay, I don't know why. Let's not talk
idiotic.
about it, though.
What?
And I've also said I don't have any problem with Farouk being there as a great leader in the locker room. I just don't think he should be starting.
But you said he's leaving, so it doesn't matter.
I don't think he's going to want to sit around and not play. That's all I'm saying.
$7 million buyout. Chester said he transfers in the spring portal.
Yep. Agreed.
Bobby, unlimited member, says 7-10 people getting processed out by spring. I can 100% Farouk being one of them.
Yeah, I hope someone takes Moser off our hands. And Dalpois, when you say everybody loves to pile on certain players and overlook other players' failures, go ahead and be specific. I don't like generalizations.
He's talking about you and Gabriel and Farouk, probably.
No, I'm confused on the overlooking certain players. Who are you talking about? Jackson Arnold? Go ahead, Dalpois. Drop it in the chat. I'm ready here tonight. I got my red solo shirt on. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm not as maybe good as I once was, but I can still argue with the best of them.
Mess. That would be awful. That would be one of my most feared things to happen, is to get an undertow like that. I'd be scared out of my mind. Who had more bonehead plays than Farouk that was in the main rotation? I'm going to say a name. What about Javonte Barnes? I mean, that was a pretty bonehead play when they handed him the ball and he tried to hand it back to Dillon Gabriel.
Can't blame him for the 5 plays that he played.
Get it on, Mark. Go get it on.
Hey,
get it on.
Jay, he already did say he did.
Oh.
Listen, first off, I'm going back to Dalpois, who said Farouk and Arnold. Arnold had 4 turnovers. Farouk had 2. What are we? Farouk's been there like 6 years. I thought he would get better. Farouk hasn't gotten any better.
He's a junior, by the way.
Has he gotten any better, Jay?
Yes, he has. Monty.
Oh, my.
Monty says Moser waiting for Creighton. Hey, that Creighton job I think is going to open up. I do.
I didn't see Levy's press conference.
When did he have it? No, I didn't see that either.
Okay, Mark. Actually, I disagree, Mark. Sawchuk, go look at his last 6 games. It was pretty special, honestly. What was the deal about Levy? Yeah, I'm with Chester. I don't watch. I know Hunter
Jeremy,
likes to watch. Hunter
you
likes
might
to
have
follow
watched it.
Gabriel, but I didn't. People say I love Levy. I didn't watch Levy's press conference. Don't care.
You liked Levy. You were a big fan of Levy.
I'm not going to follow his press conference.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Well, I would like to know what he said, though.
Yeah, what did
Levy
he say?
say?
Somebody tell us what he said. I have no clue. I did not see this. I've been gone all day, didn't see it, so I don't know. Not sure. Hit the like button, Lori says. As always, hit the like button. Appreciate it. It really makes a difference. I'm telling you, it makes a difference between 30, 40 likes and 100 likes. It big time helps. So please do that. That'd be great. What's up, Lori? How are you tonight? How's it in Ohio tonight? Cold? It is nice and warm where I'm at. It's kind of nice, not freezing cold. Just an interview, Ron says. Maybe not a press conference. Now, Jimmy, I'm with you on this. If Porter were to leave, to me, the number one guy to go after would be Kellen Sampson. I agree with that. I think he'd be the best. In fact, if Moser leaves and OSU does away with Boynton, I think Doug Gottlieb and Kellen Sampson would be great for OU and OSU. I think both of them would be great fits. But appreciate that, Monty. Hit the like before he hits the chat. That's the way to do it. Levy said he wants a Buc-ee's in Starkville.
Smart guy.
They pay good money for their employees. That's what they need to get for a NIL deals. Buc-ee's, bro.
Says Kellen Houston. I think you mean Kellen Sampson.
No, I think what he's saying is when Kelvin Sampson leaves, Kellen will be the next coach at Houston.
Oh, okay, I got it.
I think that's what he's. So I don't know.
I'm jealous of all you guys swimming in the ocean. I can't swim in a swimming pool that's over 6 foot deep.
Hey, the talk about Creighton, though, is real because Ohio State, I think, will go after McDermott pretty hard, and that will open up Creighton. If Creighton opens up, there's a high chance they're going to come after Moser hard. And Moser would – if you're Porter Moser and Creighton offered – Jeremy, you can wave all you want. If Porter Moser gets offered by Creighton, he would be silly not to take the job. Creighton's a better job than Oklahoma in basketball. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
What?
Is Creighton a better basketball job than Oklahoma?
Depends on what you're going for.
Is it a better job?
Lateral move.
They don't have a football team. NIL goes all towards basketball, dude. It's a better job.
I say lateral move, but
how's it a lateral move?
Because I said it was. And Creighton isn't some world beater in basketball. OU's in the SEC, bud.
But what I'm saying for Porter Moser, he would be better off at Creighton with no NIL to deal with in football, a basketball fan base that loves basketball. They don't have a football team. To me, a coach.
So you are comparing a little bit Porter Moser to Lincoln Riley. Can't handle the heat.
Well, I mean,
can't handle the competition.
It's a little
with
different
football.
than Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley football's a monster. Basketball,
I agree with them.
Here's the thing.
I 100% agree it's a basketball school.
Jeremy,
doesn't mean it's a better university to be at.
Jeremy, basketball, the thing about OU basketball, Porter Moser right now, if he was his third year and he was going into a second straight NCAA tournament for sure, the fans would be ecstatic. Ecstatic. That's all they want. NCAA tournament. There's not high expectations for OU basketball. Get in the tournament.
Basketball is the same. Get in the tournament.
That's what I said. That's who I'm talking about. OU.
I'm gonna go on the thing here, and I'm gonna say, Gary, that is a bold take. I personally wouldn't want Penny Hardaway.
No,
Here's why. To me, it'd be the same thing with like Jeff Capel.
Yeah, he can recruit, but he hasn't coached that well.
He's had elite talent, has not coached that well.
And Hunter, you're right. The low expectation. Listen to me. OU basketball, if you look at schools in Power 5 big-time conferences, OU basketball, I would say, is one of the lowest ceilings. I mean, they don't have high expectations. It's get us in the tournament, we'll be happy. Maybe go to a Sweet 16. I don't think OU basketball fans are wanting Final Four every year. In fact, I know they're not. It's not like Arkansas. Arkansas basketball fans, they've been to 2 or 3 Elite Eights lately. They want another Elite Eight. They don't settle for not making the tournament or barely making the tournament. It's different. It's a different animal.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Jay. Would you rather have a really, really, really elite recruiter in basketball and someone who's an okay coach? I almost would rather at OU.
You would rather have an elite recruiter?
Yeah.
Porter
Get
Moser's
some 5-star
pretty
talent
good.
in here. People might show up and watch.
Porter Moser's recruited pretty good.
And I agree with Mez. His problem is coaching. He's not it. Jay, go ahead and say that. He's not it.
I will say this about Porter Moser.
He won't say it, guys.
Yeah. Listen.
He won't say he's not it.
Will you stop talking, please? What I will say is that I think his coaching style fits better about guys that are not as athletic and they can go upset people. I don't think as a favorite, and you've seen it, they've started the season strong, and then what happens? I don't think when they get up there ranked high, when they're supposed to be really good, I don't think it happens that way. I think he's better as an underdog and can beat you. Look what he did at Loyola. He took guys that weren't as good, weren't as talented, and he won with them. Did he not? You can't do that in the Big 12, Jeremy. You can't do that night in, night out. You can do it in a smaller conference and then upset people in the big dance. You can't do it consistently in the Big 12.
I'm having some issues, man.
With what?
Some things you just said. For one, this team has been continually picked in the very bottom of the Big 12. They are underdogs.
They were picked dead last this year. What about it?
Well, I guess he's not upsetting a lot of people.
Hey,
that may be where they finished. Hollis Price and Quantas White both are with Kelvin Sampson. I got to get a phone charger.
Why do you do this every night? It's baffling to me.
I do this every night because I was at the hospital at 4 a.m., leaving my house at 4 a.m.
I was just kidding, dude.
I've been at the hospital all day and then got home tonight. Jeez, Jay.
Chill out, dude. Wow. Need 40 minutes of hell on D. Listen, I think Porter Moser is a good coach. I don't think he's a great coach. I think he's a good coach. I do. I do think if maybe the fit isn't there for Oklahoma is what I would say, because I don't know if you're going to go find a bunch of guys out there that are maybe, I would say, hands down a better coach than Porter Moser. I'm maybe better fit, maybe recruiting, maybe certain things, but I think he can coach pretty good. I do. I think for whatever reason, and I don't know, and Jeremy, I'm sure would argue it, but he doesn't, I don't know if it's the connection with the players or what, but it doesn't seem to fit with me. That's the biggest thing is I don't, and with so many losses as far as guys that have left, coaches that have left, assistant coaches have left, players have transferred out. I mean, I just wonder, obviously, if they lose Saturday, guys, they're not making the tournament. I would be shocked if they won 2 more games after Saturday if they can't beat Stillwater.
Yeah, I don't know what you said the last minute. I
just said I don't know what it is about Porter Moser. I think he's a pretty good coach. I think he's not a good fit, and for some reason he can't. They don't seem to mesh with the players very well.
Yeah, and I agree with Matt. It seems like people figure him out and he doesn't adjust. They're dominant every year at the beginning of the year, even beat some good teams. And then it just goes to crap and he doesn't change anything. He refused. I'll tell you what his problem is. I better stop.
Why?
I think he's
You're wild.
I think he's so stubborn in his ways and prideful in a lot of things.
No.
He refuses to go to zone. Okay. He never will switch to zone defense. He refuses to switch to. Now, I'll give him this. He did go to a more fast-paced offense, but now he has since then gone back to his old ways. I just think that he thinks his way will do it no matter what, and it just won't right now. I love Porter Moser as someone who's going to, get the word out for the university. I think he's a great public guy to have out in front of your program. It's just not happening on the floor.
And I think Mez is our Sooner fans right here. I think if something did happen and he did leave, they would have to go get an up and comer. The days of finding another Lon Kruger or something like that, not going to happen. You're going to have to get an up and coming guy. And, a guy like Hollis Price or Quantas White or Kellen Sampson, one of those three would be great. Somebody that's been in Oklahoma that knows it. I think all those guys would be great.
Hey, OU softball, listen, tomorrow, Mary Nutter Classic, everybody. They got two, in my opinion, some tough tests with Mississippi State and Wisconsin. Could be interesting.
What's up, Eric? Eric's coming at us hard with the BV comparison. BV. You know what I want mainly? I see what Gray God says. I want Sampson at this point. You know what I want? And this is probably my biggest complaint about a Porter Moser coach team. Okay. And I think you'll agree with this, Jeremy, because I've watched all the games and I have defended Moser, but my biggest complaint about a Moser team is I don't see the urgency and the kind of like, gosh, we got to win this game. I wouldn't even say it's effort, but it almost is like just a relentless try to win the game. Have to win this game. Just like the Kansas game, you're up 11 points. You have to win that game. Okay. They've had multiple times where they just can't. Maybe it's diving on the floor. There's nobody diving on the floor after loose balls.
Yeah. And look, we could talk basketball more, but we don't need to. It's not worth it. I'm not, and I'm going to give you a little kudos here, Eric. There are some similarities. Okay. But I'm going to say some major differences. One is, I think BV's done some things where he's trying to get out of some things that he's done. One is hiring Zach Alley. I think it's going to force him to let someone else do some things that maybe he couldn't pull the reins on. Secondly, though, the difference between BV and Porter Moser is BV talks a lot about he needs to be better, what he needs to do as a coach. I don't hear that from Porter Moser much.
Dow Post, we'll get to the Everett thing in a minute, but I want to see this.
Yeah, I got to respond to Dow Post.
I want to say this real quick. One concern for me is if Porter Moser does leave, Forsythe already signed to come to Oklahoma.
He'll still go there. He's
a stud.
Not,
and he's the next
Blake, right.
Trae Young type
Porter blames the players. I've heard it. But when something good happens,
and this is true,
Blake, I'll do this for you, Blake.
Greg God's right here.
Blake
He recruits at a way higher level. Top 5.
Well, yeah, he does.
Top 5.
He does. Go back to Dow Post because Dow Post brings up the comment, Dow Post, about Everett. Hot take. Everett is as bad as he's made out to be a center. First off, let's talk about something. Who's made him out to be a bad center? I haven't heard the staff making him out to be a bad center. Now, I for sure have said he's not big enough. I just think he's probably a good center. He's not an SEC caliber center that you need there to be an anchor there in the middle. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, Jeremy. I agree with you on Everett. And he was a good center at Appalachian State. The Appalachian State and the SEC.
Thank you.
SEC football is different. Yeah, I know Appalachian State beat some people. Don't get me wrong, but you're not going through a SEC schedule like you are one game. It's different.
Yeah, and Jay says it's more strength, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's a combo of things, but I just think he got pushed around a little. And look, maybe they start him. I don't know. I, for one, am not a fan of him being the starting center, but if he does and he earns it, so be it. My problem is if these guys maybe aren't the best one in the room and they're starting. That's my problem.
And Lori, sorry, we have no controls over the commercial.
Whoa. Whoa.
No
Wow.
control. Hey, Jeremy.
Wow.
Do you have AT&T? Did your phone go off today?
No, my phone actually worked even in the hospital.
Did you have AT&T?
Yes, I have AT&T.
Oh, okay.
This is a children's thing, man. We're not picking these commercials.
Yeah, I mean, all good points, Kenneth. What's up, Mars? How are you tonight? Hey, should I go with trivia tonight? You ready?
Pop the trivia. Let's go. I'm fired up and might need a rant tonight. It's been a while. I don't feel like I've had a rant in a week.
Hey, the Fan Stop. You see these shirts? You can get them from the Fan Stop. You need to sign up for the subscription model. And what you do, you sign up for that. You get a shirt of the month. If you use code SURGE, you get 10% off your first 3 months. They're great shirts. They're soft, great looking shirts. They feel great. Please sign up for your shirt of the month. Use code SURGE. So here's the trivia for the night. We talked about EA Sports a little earlier, college football. Tecmo Bowl was mentioned. We saw today that 134 FBS teams are going to be on the college football game, right? All of them. How many on the original Tecmo Bowl, how many NFL teams were there?
Golly, I think, man, I'd have to guess. But
that's the trivia. Not 9. Not
no, it's
24.
It's double digits.
Not 24. Definitely not 45. Not 16. Bobby Wiley. Bingo. Bingo, bingo, Bobby.
Can you name him, Jay?
I think that put Bobby in the lead.
Hey, Chiefs, Raiders,
Giants,
Bengals.
Let me pull it up. I don't remember Bengals.
Dallas, the Bears were on there. Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give an update real quick on Dad because Monty asked, because Monty always asks. Listen, our dad did have another brain procedure for a bone infection. They had to take a skin graft from his thigh, a long piece of skin from his thigh, put it up here by his head. He's in the ICU. He'll be there a few days, but the surgery did go well. Just pretty painful, man. Pretty painful. Thank you guys for asking. Thanks for your prayers. It's been a roller coaster of a ride since November. Like, it's just, I mean, it's one thing after another. But, man, he talked to my 3 sons tonight on the phone and didn't seem like anything was bothering him. That's the kind of guy he is. Always cares about other people. Jay, yeah. Dalpo, don't choke here at the end. It's a very tight race. Very tight. Double dribble was unbelievable. Double dribble. I remember the song on that.
Was that the game where you make 2 or 3 and they were like, he's on fire?
I just remember the guys who stood straight up and down and like.
Maybe it was NBA Jam might have been the on fire.
Yeah, NBA Jam was that. Bobby dropped all the teams in there. Vikings, I forgot about him. That was NBA Jam. I got to go back to. Before I do it though, Mark, I used to rent game systems from like Super Video and Blockbuster. Remember back in the day? That was great.
You have one day to try to pass that game, dude.
You got one day till you got to turn it back in. Go back to Eric, because Eric is saying that he's had 1 year under BB, Bill Bedenbaugh, and Schmitty, and that why wouldn't he be ready? I think he is ready to be a backup center. I just don't think he's a starting SEC center. How about that? Is that bad?
No, I agree with you. I don't think
can he play center? Yeah, he can play center. Is he going to be ideal as the starter? I don't think so.
Let me ask you this. If game one, he goes out there as a starting center, first off, what is your response? Second off, does that say more about Everett or more about Bates, or more about Josh Bates not being ready?
I'll say this. Greg God put Brooks with the eye emojis. Yes, I would say that. But here's what I would also say. Here's my whole issue, Jay. It's the position. I think Bill Bedenbaugh will make adjustments. If a guard is struggling, the problem is center is not a position that you make a lot of changes on. That's what I'm saying. That's my problem is, are they going to quickly yank someone at center? I don't foresee that.
To me, your center has to be set. That's got to be your guy. Whoever you pick's got to be your guy.
It's got to be the guy you think is the best, gives you the best chance. Because I honestly don't know, Jay, if they're going to just yank a center 1-2 games in. Now, Brooks is a great possibility. Now, Blades of Steel was unbelievable, Mark.
Yeah, fresh out the box. Thanks. You're right about that. Fresh out of the box. Thank you so much. Hey, Blades of Steel was an amazing game. Amazing game. And I hate hockey. I hate hockey.
I hate
love
hockey.
That game. Love that game.
The
Jeremy,
offensive line doesn't worry me as much as the center position. I think the center position is the one main concern.
You're not concerned, though, because you think Josh Bates is the guy, right?
If they're going to put him there, Jay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, we're live, Fred. We're live.
Stone looked pretty good today on the pictures, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. So did Sawchuk look like
Sawchuk's beefed up.
Sawchuk has gotten stronger, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Stone looked unreal.
Eric,
like, whoa,
my
Stone.
confidence level for this offensive line, for the guys they have, and for the depth as far as number-wise, I'm not going to be a sunshine pumper and say it's really – I'm going to say it's a 7.
I would say 7 as well.
I think it's 7. It's got potential to be between an 8 and 9.
I don't think anybody can say 8 or 9. You cannot at this point.
I didn't say that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If you hear that from anybody, I don't know how they're getting that. Because you can't without the proven yet. Now, can they be? 100% they can be. But going into the season, you can't say that. You don't know. Nobody knows.
Brooks, man. Brooks could be – Jay, if someone does play over Bates, I think it's Brooks.
Instead of Everett?
Yes.
Maybe.
Isn't Brooks already benching more than some of these guys in the combine?
Hey, here's the deal, though.
And ETL is doing the same thing.
Here's the deal. It's not, like you said earlier, it's not just center. It's snapping. It's reading blitzes. There's a lot that goes into it. Now, here's what I will say. You got Everett and Bates. I mean, I don't know how much experience Bates has at center. I know at practice, and I know he was good in high school. But really, none of these guys have been a center for a Seth Luttrell offense. None of them. So they're all kind of, if you want to talk about Brooks, they're kind of on the same playing level.
Yeah, freshmen might have a better chance because of that.
So I don't know.
Watched an Oklahoma football season offseason video with the Josh Bates appearance. Does the O-line lift weights? I don't know what you mean by that, Mez. They lift weights.
Maybe he's saying that he didn't look that great. I don't know.
Who has number one line in the – I haven't studied the SEC enough. I will say that Georgia's always going to have a good offensive line.
Messe looks small.
And Hunter says Georgia too. Drop the weight of Bates. Hunter, if you can, please. Hunter does a great job in the chat. Hunter, can you drop the weight of Bates, Brooks, and Everett for us in here? Compare the three, because Everett's the smallest. Now, I will say this. Everett's not as small as maybe – some people act like he's 265. That's not true.
Accurate. Bobby Wiley says Everett's 294.
Yeah, he's closer to 300. And the strength is the issue. He just doesn't seem to use the weight that he's got well. Yeah, Hunter's going to say it's not completely accurate, but he's going to drop the last ones that were on as far as factual ones on there. Updated weight has not been released. They are in training right now, but they'll all be different weights before the season hits, as Greg God says.
I'd like for the center to be over 300 pounds.
Oh, for sure.
Going to SEC. That's what I would say. But Yeah, there'll be different weights before the season, and that's just it. How much can Schmitty get on him? All that stuff can they do before? But there's some guys too that you look at and you can just tell. Like the things I saw with Gavin Sawchuk, he looks different. David Stone to me looks. Please play him as soon as possible. Gee.
Yeah. Hey, congrats, Lori. If you're trying to stop, congrats. Hey, also, will Oklahoma have an NFL team? Well, they got a NBA team, and it's doing really well right now. I would love for OU to get one, Oklahoma to get one.
Hey, right there, Hunter says Bates 315, Everett 294, Brooks 320. Off of the eye test on that, I'm taking one of Bates or Brooks. That's just off of strength.
Yeah, I agree.
But what they have in strength, maybe they lack in smarts. Center's got to be a smart dude.
Whose fault was it?
On what?
As far as it says that rewatch the bowl game, go back and watch the last one on fumble. The announcer blames on Everett. That was the one they came right up the gut. You saying it was on the guard, Dalpois? Oh, yeah, he's saying it was Schaefer. Look, Schaefer was awful.
Yeah, Schaefer wasn't ready.
Schaefer was horrible.
Hey, an NHL team, listen, the Tulsa Oilers and the Oklahoma City Blazers always had great crowds at those games. I think an NHL team in Oklahoma City or Tulsa could do really good. I think Oklahoma City would have a better chance to get it, obviously.
Yeah, and hey, let's not talk about some things that I see are going on in the chat. Let's try to keep it cordial.
Keep it clean, folks. Keep it clean.
Thunder and lightning would be cool.
The Thunder whooped tonight, didn't they?
Oh, Clippers, dude. Dominate. Well, I don't know what the final was. They were up early.
Did Gordon Hayward play tonight?
I don't know.
Hunter, did Gordon Hayward play tonight?
I'm assuming he did.
I am too.
No points.
Did he shoot any? Did he shoot any, Hunter? I mean, one post-game bark. Confused by that, but
yeah, I'm confused by that as well.
Not sure what that means. He didn't.
Jay, I tell you a room we haven't talked a lot about, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow. I want to spend some time on the running back room.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to spend some time on this running back room because I think it's very interesting. But we don't need to do that tonight. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Gray got says Thunder Celtics finals. That would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Nightly thing, guys. Oh, the bark. Okay, I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about during the game. I didn't understand it.
If I have the O-line at 7, where do you have Jackson Arnold?
You have Jackson Arnold at 10.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Number one.
I would have Jackson Arnold at an 8 right now.
How? So an 8 is the number one quarterback in the SEC?
8 out of 10, maybe, Jay.
You said he's the number one quarterback in the SEC. That's got to be close to 10.
I said I think he'll be the best. Yes, right now I got him at an 8 out of 10.
Got to be close to a 10.
Give me a 10 in the SEC, bud.
What?
Give me a 10 out of 10 in the SEC, bud.
I don't have a 10 in the SEC.
Exactly. 8 is the best.
8 is the number one SEC quarterback.
Purple Orca. There's no doubt they're going to be the 2 best when they leave. I'm saying next year.
We didn't talk about this, T. Moses. I meant to talk about it.
It was unreal, guys. It's unreal. Did you see about what he did during on Wednesday, Thursdays?
No, I didn't see it. What happened?
Basically, every Wednesday, or maybe it was Tuesday, Thursday, he had this routine. He'd drink beers with the baseball guys on one night, and then on Thursday night, he'd go hit hard stuff. And on the Friday walkthrough, he would go like 110% on any of the walkthrough plays they did to try to sweat out the alcohol, and then they were winning every Saturday, so he kept doing it. It was his kind of
Yeah,
philosophy.
it's a wild, all of it. Best game was a hungover performance. So was I think OU's best game against Alabama was a.
I disagree, the Hub. I can name plenty of Heismans that weren't 10s. They were just maybe 8 or 9s on the best team.
Who?
There's been several guys.
Who?
Gino Torretta?
You're comparing Jackson Arnold to Gino Torretta?
No, I'm not comparing Jackson Arnold to Gino Torretta. Jeez.
You just did.
By the way, I never said Jackson Arnold was winning the Heisman next year, did I?
Well, if
So
he's
let's
going to be the
stop,
number one, Jeremy, if he's number one quarterback in the SEC and they go 10-2, he's probably going to be in the Heisman race. Yes.
He might be in the Heisman race at 10-2. Won't win the Heisman.
Tell me one time the top quarterback from the SEC didn't get an invite to New York.
I'm
Tell
not
me.
saying he won't.
Answer the
I
question.
didn't say he won't go to New York City. I said he's not winning the Heisman.
Jeez, you're so back and forth on this stuff. It's unreal.
Okay, I am so freaking confused on what you guys are saying. I've never said Jackson Arnold's winning the Heisman. It's never come out of my mouth this year.
But you're saying he's the number one quarterback in the SEC.
Yes, I think he'll be the number one quarterback next year.
If you're the number one quarterback in the SEC, pretty good chance you may win the Heisman.
Pretty good. Well, what does this mean? Pretty good chance you may. Like, what are you saying?
So if Dylan Gabriel,
it's a pretty good chance you may.
Jeremy, if Dylan Gabriel is the best quarterback in the Big Ten, he's probably going to be in New York, is he not?
I don't know. I'm not saying he's the best quarterback in the Big Ten.
No, but you said Jackson Arnold's the best in the SEC.
Okay.
And you did you say Jackson Arnold would win? I said Jackson Arnold would win a natty. I said that in 2 years.
Okay, you guys are just bound to get me freaking fired up. First off, yeah, I think Jackson Arnold wins a natty, Eric. I think it's 2025. Okay? And I think he wins a Heisman that year. Okay? Next year, I think he's the best quarterback in the SEC. Okay? He's not going to win the Heisman next year. Okay? Guess what else? Dylan Gabriel ain't winning it. Okay? Dylan Gabriel probably not even going to in New York City. There.
Okay.
Jay, who was the best quarterback in the SEC this year?
Okay. What?
Who was the best quarterback in the SEC?
Jalen Daniels.
Did he win the Heisman? Did he win the Heisman?
Why do you ask me stupid questions? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Did he?
Why are you comparing this to Jackson Arnold?
I'm asking you if he won the Heisman.
Answer the question. Why?
I'm telling you, they didn't go to the national title game. They didn't even make the playoff.
And
so it can be reversed.
And what? And what? You answered your own question, didn't you?
Answered my own question?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't.
Purple says he thinks DG could win a Heisman. Jimmy says he won't finish out the year.
OU's schedule is easier. It was easier than Oregon's next year.
Hey, fresh out the box. This is a great.
What does everyone love about Dylan Gabriel?
I didn't love Dylan Gabriel. I didn't say that. I said he was a good quarterback.
It is too, Hunter. OU's 2023 schedule that Dylan Gabriel just finished is way easier than Oregon's schedule next year.
Yeah.
Facts.
It is. That's a fact.
Facts.
Hey, fresh out the box. Can you guys envision a future where OU could ever go on an Alabama-esque run? Listen, I think the days of the runs of that Alabama are over. I think it's going to be too hard for teams to do that anymore. With 12 teams, with the amount of games you have to play, with the big-time conferences, I think you won't see that anymore, my opinion.
Does Oregon not play Penn State?
Oregon only has Ohio State and Michigan, Purple says.
And then they'll play one of them again probably.
But that's one more game than OU had last year. OU just had Texas.
Yeah.
I mean.
And isn't Oregon playing Georgia in the non-con?
Eric, I don't think they're in the top 10 for toughest schedule.
I wouldn't say top 10, but who does Oregon play in the non-con? They're playing a really good team, I think. I thought it was Georgia.
Is it Clemson?
Maybe it's Clemson.
No, I don't. No.
They're playing a strong Power 5 non-con, I promise you.
Yes,
Maybe I'm wrong.
T. Moses, they will be ranked.
Yes, they're going to be top 12.
Eric says, I promise you, he'll send it in the Discord after this, Eric.
Wait, send what link?
He's going to send the link where they were ranked top. Their schedule was top 10. Yeah, Eric, do that because I'd like to see it if it's true. Man, I'd like to see that.
Wait, I want to know their non-con because I thought they played Georgia.
Hey, let me answer this question for Dow Post before we get off here. I think this is a great question. Is there anybody on here or anybody who thinks we can win a natty this season? I will say this. Can OU win a national championship? Yes. Do I think they will this year? I don't. Do I think they'll make the playoff? I do.
I think they're a playoff team. They learned from their losses in the playoff. The loss in the playoff in 2025 is their run.
How about this? Do they win a playoff game?
I think at that point you get to matchups, but
I say no because
it's gonna be
a road
game. Man, don't end it on this.
Was reluctant to mention this, but had a long nightmare last night with Notre Dame beating OU 13-6. No more Notre Dame talk, please. Yeah, we won't do that tonight. No more.
Hey, Jay. First off, if Purple Orca is right and it's Hawaii, Idaho, and Boise State.
No, Hawaii got canceled. They don't play Hawaii. They'll get another not good team in there. But
why did that get canceled? Did Dylan Gabriel not want to play?
No, Hawaii pulled out of that game, I believe.
Hey, so how would they be a top 10? They can't be a top 10 schedule if that's their non-cons.
Oregon State.
I'm sorry. They're not playing that many good teams and unless they're counting Washington really highly.
Do they play Washington?
How is my DG hate really showing? Because my comment about Hawaii, geez.
Wait,
I was kidding.
Washington?
I don't know, Jay.
I don't know if they play Washington, Jeremy.
I'll say it again. I don't hate DG. I just don't think he's ever going to win a natty.
I would say this. I would say this. OU 2024 percentage chance of winning a national championship. I would say 30%. Now I think 2025 it jumps up to 65 or 70.
Yeah, but hey, Jay, people are talking about the Washington game. The Washington,
the crapshoot.
The Washington game's not going to be near as difficult as maybe it once was.
No.
Oregon State
was too high.
Oregon State not going to be anything like last year. It's not a cupcake schedule, Hunter and Eric, but it's not a top 10 schedule.
Let me say this: I will be shocked if Dylan Gabriel makes it through the year injury-free again. And nothing against him. I just think
exactly, Jay. Exactly.
It's hard to do anyway, and he did last year. He still missed a game last year. BYU he missed. He had to leave a game. So
Jay, I don't know how long Dan Lanning's going to stick with him.
If he's playing, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they did bring in another guy, so we'll see. But I think he's to be groomed under Dylan Gabriel. I like Dylan Gabriel. I think he's a good quarterback.
Who's not leaving? What's he talking about?
I don't know.
What do you mean he's not leaving, man?
I don't know if he's talking about Lanning or Gabriel.
I never said Gabriel's leaving. I said I don't know if Lanning's going to stick with him if he's struggling when they got the other kid. Malachi Nelson did not go to Oregon, did he?
No, not Malachi Nelson.
It was more. We know he's going to be the starter, Hunter. We get it. If you're going to talk about my hate for DG, your love fest is unreal. No, we know DG's the starter.
Yeah,
I said I don't know if they're going to stick with him. If he struggles, Lanning may say, nope, bring in the other guy, Dante Moore. Good. Dante Moore can play.
Yeah. True.
Do I think he'll start over Dylan Gabriel? Not a stinking chance.
Hey,
no way. Gabriel's the starter, duh.
Hey, we're at about 50 minutes. Listen, tomorrow, we will have normal double trouble, okay? But for all you softball people, OU has a doubleheader tomorrow, 7:30 and 10. Yes, 10 o'clock at night. And if you remember, the 10 o'clock game is the game I've picked OU to lose for the last 6 months, whatever it's been. I said OU will lose to Wisconsin. That's tomorrow night at 10, okay? So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't lose. But
We're doing 2 lives.
Here's the deal. We are going to go live after that second softball game. If it's 12:30, if it's 1 a.m.
But we're still doing this live.
We're still doing this live at 9:30. Correct.
Talking running backs.
But for you softball fans, we will be on live after the doubleheader. Damon's more worried about Mississippi State. Mississippi State looks really good this year. They do.
I think they go Maxwell and May, Jay. I think Maxwell against Mississippi State, May against Wisconsin.
And I believe it's Flow softball tomorrow night. So,
yep.
So, anyway.
All right. Hey, shout out to FanStop one more time.
FanStop. Go to fanstop.com. Order your shirt of the month. You'll get it. They got the getting ready to do the March shirt for the Irish for St. Patty's Day. Get hooked up on the shirt of the month. Use code SURGE. Get 10% off. You'll get a shirt of the month every month sitting on your couch. It comes to your house. It's great.
Although I think it's too late for the
it is too late for the March shirt, probably.
You get the April shirt, though.
Get in on it.
Hey, Monty, appreciate the prayers daily, praying without ceasing. Look, we're firm believers in prayer. Prayer is powerful, and we're also know that God's in control, and we're okay with that. That's exactly where we need to be. So appreciate all you guys asking about our dad. Appreciate the community here at the Sooner Surge. The Surge-O-Maniacs, the Surge-Aholics are the best, and we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Boomer.
Sooner.